stage hand.
Which is what you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? Demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. 僕の未来は誰にもわからない。
It's the Tuesday game.
皆は僕をダメなやつと思う。
Black Stone.
鏡を見つめる僕をふざけているけど中には大きな力希望がある。 Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? Demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. You can't escape. No one understood the world that I was making. Look me in the face and tell me I was faking. Maybe I'm a little young, but you
Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us on this lovely, lovely Tuesday. We apologize for being a little bit late. Technical difficulties, as is wont for our stream. It happens. But besides the announcements of, well, first of all, Asker's birthday was yesterday. So congratulations to Asker on almost joining me at that nice 30-year-old mark. You're getting closer. You can join us.
Congratulations.
It's coming up fast. I don't like it.
Yeah, you got 2 more years. I don't want to hear it.
Your birthday present is a dragon.
Yeah, your birthday present is a dragon. You could thank Shirku for this.
You're welcome.
Let's see. I know in 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks from now we will be doing our Halloween stream, where all of us on cam will be dressing up. So that'll be that fun thing. Other than that, I don't really have any announcements. Do you guys have any announcements to delay your inevitable doom?
We need as many gifts as humanly possible to please protect us from the evil that is sitting on the giant map in front of you that you can't see yet, but it's definitely there.
Yeah?
We'll see if it's needed. We'll see. I'm debating. I'm twiddling my thumbs, being like, to kill or not. Well, with that being said, Asker, if you wouldn't mind taking us away on what happened last time.
Absolutely. So we picked up after successfully somehow defeating an entire horde of demons, which scares me at the possibility that we could ever do that again. But also, I'm really impressed with us, and it's going to make a great story for Asker's storybook. But after successfully doing all of that and everything, we had Kai, who was actually Kai, and not just us calling them Kai, because that seems to be the form we like the name most of. Took all of our people in need of rescue back to Asger's hometown with the Asger appointed general to hopefully lead them in a effort to eventually be able to reclaim their city and set up some kind of defense up here, because it is very wildly apparent that this place needs plumbing, or at least Asger thinks this place needs plumbing. A few people may disagree with that and may wish to do it themselves, but we successfully scooted all of them away, and as the Asger was so happy about, and Shirku's probably not as happy about, his sister also went with Kai to be on a boat and go help out and be able to hopefully find redemption. Or she'll come up as a secret evil bad guy later on because we let her live. And now she hates us for making her do manual labor on a boat. We'll see! Um. Uh, no, Kai is good at scaring people and he likes it. uh, So we started heading our way down to kind of like towards Winterthorn slash Ashenbrook. We have no idea exactly where our next big bad skeleton thing monster that we're looking for actually is, but we know that it's somewhere between those two towns. So we're just kind of heading south and hoping that, maybe the screams of innocent people needing to be saved or screams of evil laughter and joy will let us know that we're heading in the right direction. As such, we fought at least a couple of demons, which made relatively short work because Shirku is a demon slaying master. We bumped into this cave to keep us safe that first night because, well, when you're stuck inside demon infested woods, sleeping out in the open really isn't an option because that's just gonna get you killed. So we found this cool cave that, with candlelight, had these really interesting, like, glow markings on the wall, but only like specific levels of like low light. And we figured out that we had stumbled upon this cave where Clomine's power had been locked away, and uh, as such, we were kind of curious about it. It had some angels that were doing the one of these for all the Doctor Who fans out there. I know that was a fun little, based on treat kind of a thing that we did. Um, but those were the weird, crazy looking defenders of this place. And we, being the group of curious cats that we are, and curiosity definitely killed the cat this time,
Not yet.
kept poking our noses into things that we should not have poked our noses in. In the evening, when we found that the demons weren't coming to the cave, Asger was like, there's clearly some, like, power of Clomine left in here. Plus, if this has, like, some kind of, like, cool temple thing, like, maybe that will help me learn to control my Clomine powers. / I'm all about Clomine, so let's go figure out what was in here. What was in there, unfortunately, was Kevin Longrake, of the Longrakes, owner-proprietor of Longrake Industries. Quite the fellow who asked Shirku if Shirku wanted to make a deal. Shirku thankfully did not accept making a deal, but Shirku also unfortunately lied to Kevin with not exactly the best deception against Kevin's nat 20 insight, so there wasn't much hope for us anyways there. But basically, we left the cave screaming with like hands up in the air, cartoon as fast, like running, all of those tropes all in one, out of this cave as fast as humanly possible, as the green dragon the size of a mountain just popped out of this hole in the ground, or is like working on popping out of the ground. So, we're running for our lives, as you do. So, if you missed last week, highly recommend going and watching the VOD on YouTube.
I Echo got 8.
My owl got 8.
Someone
Your owl
got
got-
squished by a tree. I don't remember who that was.
What?
Who got squished by the tree?
A couple of sessions ago when you started using some holy magic.
No, not the holy magic. Zestrava cast fireball on some demons.
Oh,
I got squished by a tree.
You were the one squished by a tree. Okay, I wrote it so wrong in the note.
Sleepy.
I forgot about the tree. I got
Yeah.
so scared by Kevin that the
Yeah.
tree just kind of looked.
The owl didn't get 8s. The owl got devoured by acid.
Yeah. It was just bad. It was a lot of bad, is what happened. That was the recap. It was really good, and then it was followed by a lot of bad. Like a lot of bad. Kitten!
Kitten.
Alrighty. And here we find yourselves. After fleeing a little bit, you guys were able to escape the cave, get out fast enough so that way Kevin coming out from underneath didn't completely destroy you. You managed to get about 150 yards or so away as you guys are just booking it. Some demons and devils have started to pay attention to you, where then you see the colossal mountain-sized dragon. So when I say colossal, I don't just mean the 4x4. The size of a mountain dragon ripping out of the cave, destroying it behind it. The demons and devils, they see you, but then they see that. And they immediately start targeting that. What all are you doing? Cypher, Asker, Mila? I love the...
I was just saying, we have our regular sized dragon, we have our colossal sized dragon.
Very, very nice. That's
And I say we continue running while the demon's distracted.
Fleeing seems like the smart option.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and my friend can die for me right now.
All we're focused on is survival, and I kind of pissed off.
So-
might have...
I'll let Shirku take the lead and I'll be at the back and keeping an eye on the dragon.
my question for you guys, are you guys running as fast as you can? Or are you guys trying to slow down and use some of the tree cover? How fast are you guys fleeing? Yes, Zestrava?
No. We're just going.
Just fleeing?
Going.
Go,
Just run.
go, go.
Well,
Okay.
that is a problem for future us.
So,
Present.
That's a problem for a level
You're
30
only ever.
us.
no stealth needed, none of that. So we're just gonna be a nice little skill.
I don't think any of us could win stealth anyways. But there's no point in trying. I think all of us are like, no, that's hopeless. Just run.
Who is leading the way? Who's the first one who wants to make the first check of the skill challenge?
I mean, I think Shirku's at the front, so
Shirk-
if we go in like running order.
Okay.
I guess let's go
Shirku,
back.
how are you attempting to get away faster from Kevin Longrake?
Well,
Owner and proprietor of Long Rank Industries.
Not yet,
Okay.
technically. Are you just showing them how to be a athletic piece of PC running away using your
Are you
athletics?
getting flashbacks to your childhood right now?
Are you wanting to use your survival skills to try and figure out the best path? Are you wanting to use your nature to figure out where you'd have to go to get the most optimal tree cover?
I'm going to just say head straight south and book it. Athletics.
Athletics? Okay.
Alright, let me roll the athletics then. Oh, there he goes.
Very nice. With the 27, you're able to go through jumping over a couple of pieces of bramble. You're able to get enough space that you're able to pull your halberd out and chop the bramble out of the way so that way your allies can keep running. That counts as one success and gives advantage to whoever rolls next, since you did so well. Who's next contributing to your escape from the long rake?
I guess I can follow Shirku. Oh, John's gonna have to get up real fast. So I am going to be clambering and jumping over and weaving between the trees. So could I do like an
Acrobatics?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's try this. Oh wait, did you say with advantage or no?
With advantage, yep. So one more roll of acrobatics. That'll be a
Take the
23.
23.
Nice. That does give you guys another success, so you're at 2 successes so far. You're going through and nimbly moving, ducking and diving from the trees. You actually see a part of the vine come down, of hanging off of one of the trees, and you're able to reach up, grab it, and dive over some quicksand and throw that back to your allies to have them use it to get over to. Esker.
Perfect. Come on, guys, let's go.
Oh, Esker left. Mila.
Sorry.
Oh, back to Esker.
Well, I'd be bringing up the rear to make sure that Cypher doesn't fall behind, since I'm a larger spider and I can pick up whoever's tripping on the ground using survival to generally keep the pack together.
Okay, you want to give me that survival check then, Mila?
Of course.
You are doing your job to keep them all together.
Mhm.
Third success. Asker.
And then I believe, yeah, Asker's back.
I am sorry about that.
You're
I'm going to follow Zestrava's lead and just like acrobatics this shit. Just
It is a little bit
swinging.
harder since you've already been following her lead.
That's fine.
You do not have advantage.
God damn. I always just roll it like that and just always take the left one first. I wish.
know.
I wish that I had fit so much.
So that counts as 2 failures. You try and follow after her when she's like on the rope, and you like trip and fall and get like stuck in the sand, and Mila picks you up and is kind of slowed down a little bit. That is 3 successes to 2 failures. With that, as you're getting picked up by Mila in the spider form, you are looking behind you, and you watch as Kevin just launches a breath of acid all across, and it covers, let me see if I can, a 90-foot cone area, as you just watch as demons and devils are disintegrated in front of it.
I'll get all the XP.
Cypher, how do you contribute to this escape? You're muted.
Did Mila pick me up too?
I said that I was like definitely behind you and Asker to make sure to help you guys along, and Asker tripped and fell, and so I've picked her up, possibly picking you up as well. These front spider legs. Put
I'm going to aid
back
Mila.
on top. Going to what? Oh,
Give me an
haste me.
Arcana check. I didn't
it's
say a
That's
summon
all
undead
popped up.
check, I said Arcana check. Your haste spell is efficient in helping. It does count as a success.
Woo! Run, Mila, run!
4 successes.
pick up the
2
human,
failures.
pick up the dragonborn,
10,
and skitter.
7. Need 7. Okay. 4 successes, 2 failures. Shirku, we're back to you. As you guys are running as hard as you can. Actually, I know what I'll do for this round. Can you all please give me a Constitution saving throw?
Ooh.
Is everyone within 10 feet of me?
What?
Who got the double nat 1 there?
Oh
I
no.
just die, apparently.
This is what you
Hold
get
your
for being a
pants and your
nerd. I
pants
said I was
hold
going to be
you.
picking you up, Cypher.
She is picking you up.
Constitution, is there any disadvantage on the Constitution save?
just
or is,
con
Okay,
saves.
people are just rolling.
Yep.
You get a +2 from Asker if you're within 10 feet.
I
So
See, Mila is not a nerd. Mila does this for a living.
she does. Cypher, for this round of checks, you have super disadvantage. You're going to have to roll 3 times, take the lower of the 3. Zestrava, you have disadvantage on your check this round of checks. Everyone else, okay. Asker and Shirku, you guys normal checks unless someone gives you advantage. Mila, you get advantage this round.
Awesome.
Shirku,
Yep.
how are you contributing to escaping the dragon?
All right. While running with the athletics, I'm going to have my Echo actually help out with Cypher on his next roll. Basically, yeah.
So you're trying to give him just disadvantage instead of super disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to
And
think
me,
of
my-
all of the skills in this edition.
And me, myself, I'm just gonna continue cutting my way across the paths and giving everyone a path.
1 second. I haven't looked at a D&D character sheet in a little bit. Okay. So are you just doing athletics for yourself?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
just keep doing that and just keep giving everyone a path to run through.
It is at a higher DC than the last time you did it.
Alright. Let's go.
You do succeed. You don't give anyone an advantage, but you are able to push through, and you actually just barrel through. Like, there's a row of like vines that have like grown, and you just barrel through them, making a hole for everyone else, cutting through with your armor and your body.
It's wonderfully thematic that Shirku and Mila are really thriving and up to your usual shenanigans, honestly.
It is. It's very, very nice. Who's next to contribute? Zestrava?
Sure. Do I get to argue for what I should roll again, or?
You can choose what you're rolling. You can choose how you're helping.
I guess I'd probably want to be at acrobatics again. And I have disadvantage now. So let's hope this goes well. Attempting not to stumble. I know I can do it. Maybe.
You don't horribly fail, but you feel like you haven't really contributed to getting you guys a little bit faster or further. That's
I will take it.
5 successes, 3 failures. Ask her. Or, Camille. Whoever's up next.
Yeah, Mila's next because I have Asker and Cypher with me, and I would like to use Enhance ability for some greater strength upon myself to give myself a doubled carrying capacity. As I'm carrying a lot more passengers and running down as fast as I can,
Since you're
dodging the trees that Shirku's leaving. So athletics.
No, actually, since you're using your magic to help you and your magic is based in nature, give me a nature check, please.
Okay. Do. I have advantage. That would be a 20, non-natural.
Your magic boosts you, and you feel it surging. And I should say that these checks are not for just rounds. Like, this isn't every 6 seconds. This is about
yeah.
a 10-minute interval of checks. So it helps boost you and bolster your body, so that way you have no problem carrying through them. That is 6 successes,
I would like to
3 failures.
grow out some spines for them to hold on to along the back.
You're used to changing your shape. That's not a hard thing for you to do. I'm very concerned for a moment. We might have just lost Mila. Asker.
Seeing everyone else use spell-like things, Asker's gonna be like, I can help with that. And I'm going to Thunderous Smite to, like, clear out some more stuff. Just kind of on top of Mila, and Shirku's, like, got all this stuff, like, coming back or whatever. Just, boom! Clear.
Give me a religion check.
Let's go, religion!
Yeah.
Why?
As you
Not
try
the
and
most
thunderous
pious day,
smite,
is it?
as you try and thunderous smite and call Plumine's will, Plumine doesn't respond. The magic doesn't come to you.
Well, it means bandage you.
Owen is very upset.
I mean, I did just sort of like accidentally release pretty bad evil on the world.
Oh, you
Again.
helped with it.
Pretty bad evil.
You helped with it, but you weren't the one who opened the doors.
Cypher. 4 successes. 6 successes. 4 failures. How are you contributing, Cypher?
I'm generally trying to think of how I can contribute in this. Are there demons in front of us?
There are demons plenty of... I mean, you guys are in the woods festered with demons. Festered with creatures. They're all just...
Oh, Mila! I'm gonna give her protection from evil and good. Run, my tanky spider, run!
Yeah, that would just be a...
Arcana again?
Yup.
I'm gonna roll it twice, and the top 2 and the bottom left one are gonna be my
You
favorite.
only need to roll it once.
Oh,
That'll succeed. But barely.
I had a feeling.
Giving you guys 7 successes.
Oh, and I have to bring this up because I just realized this. My 2 skeletons are probably just latched on Mila's back legs.
I love it. 7 successes over 5 failures. You guys managed to get far enough away from the ancient Kevin Longbreak.
I'm betting that forest is no longer infested.
Parts of it. And let's just say I have a new thing on the random encounter table.
Now we're gonna run from it every time we run into it.
Yeah, but if there's an army of demons fighting him, I don't know how well that's gonna work. Oh god!
I just need a warhorn
Okay.
to summon the demons to fight the dragon for us. And then we can run away.
And second, it's loading. So, after about 2 hours of running, where you guys are just booking it, Mila, you're starting to get exhausted carrying 4 creatures. Shirku, Zestrava, your legs are hurting as, I mean, you guys, Shirku, you work out a lot. Zestrava, maybe, I don't know, you're a bard, maybe. I don't know how much if you skip a leg day or not.
Ah,
But
it's
even-
good to have this lake day again.
But even that, 2 hours of running for your life,
It's gonna suck.
Come on, guys, this is just average lake day.
you guys kind of come to a slow stop where you're like, we think we've lost the dragon. No more demons or devils are around you right now. Well, at least none that you can see. What do you do?
The world can never know we were involved in that.
I think that's too late.
They don't know how it got out. That's all that matters.
I'm really bad at lying. I've never lied.
We just never bring it up.
What if someone brings it up to me?
It would be very odd if they asked you, did you have any involvement in the giant dragon waking up?
That's fair. Don't act suspicious.
I think the only person that say anything is that giant dragon that apparently hates lies.
Who told it a lie?
Asger looks at Shirku.
What? From all I've heard of Long Drake, I was trying to protect the group.
So you
Lying is
lied to a giant dragon?
I didn't
It
think it
wasn't-
was going to make that kind of a reaction.
When Shirku lied, it wasn't a giant dragon. It was just a very creepy old man thing.
That's even worse.
It kind of just popped in the dark. I was trying to watch the statues, and like I had turned around for half a second. There was just suddenly creepy old man.
And there was 3 obliterated bodies behind it with blood everywhere. Stained against the walls.
They looked like they had been there a while.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, that's
It may
just...
be best if we leave this continent.
Well, a little late on that. Our easier escape option kind of left. I don't have another crystal to call it back.
We can always go back to the one city to the south.
There were other boats.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say this, but I mean, it's a really big dragon. I mean, I don't think it would take it that continent for that long.
Hopefully it's content with whatever it's doing now. The demons seem to have attacked it, so hopefully they just keep doing that. There are a lot of them.
Look at Asker and just be like, do you remember what you were saying
I
about
see it.
like putting your influence over like multiple continents because you wanted them all to like believe in the
Be
light of
protected by
Colomian?
Clovian. Yeah, so this stuff like this doesn't happen.
Well, now that dragon might all the continents be bathed in its light, and its light is much worse. And
So
it's
are we
really
now
okay
on plan Asger spreads the light of Clovian?
No, we're on the plan. Don't get
Survive.
for the dragon.
Plan survive.
I mean, the plan has been to survive. Surviving's important to spreading the light of Clovian. These things seem to go hand in hand.
But, I am curious. Didn't those glyphs mention 4 other locations, or maybe 3 other locations?
Yes, they did.
And I don't think we'll ever go to them ever again.
I think we might have to. I don't know if there's. Maybe that was how they.
Sealed it away?
Yeah, I think we might have to go there now.
I can't believe I'm calling him an it.
Asger just like points to a crudely drawn map. Just like, from what I remember, the other 3 are on the other continent. Or at least they should be. So maybe we should deal with the moderately bad evil skeleton thing. And then maybe, hopefully, moderately bad evil skeleton thing went back to the other continent.
Moderately bad evil skeleton thing. You mean like Lord Mirror's minions?
Yeah, those guys. I don't remember all of their names off the top of my head. I have it written down in here. Ask her to start flipping
Yeah,
through the book.
at least Kai killed one of them.
But there were 4.
Were there 4 or were there 5?
There was 4.
Okay, we had 2 Darvads, an Ichabod, and something else.
That sounds right. I write a lot in this journal.
And I think they killed one of the Darvads.
And yes, you do.
It was not a
I
Darvad
have
that was
no idea.
killed.
What was that?
Pity.
It was not one of the Darvads that was killed. It was a Karo Zabrush, I believe, that was killed.
It was the Ichabod.
Ichabod.
This happened a long time ago. We've had a lot of adventures.
Yeah, but we've only successfully released more bad into the world.
I think that maybe the world wasn't bad enough, and now we have things to fix. Let's think about it from a positive light, shall we?
Sure.
Ikaru Devad, Karo Devad. I'm gonna butcher all of these names. The Zabrush, and then Elastri.
Yeah, it's Elastigirl. No, Elastri. So
We've had
you
this
can
many
scratch-
pages of adventure since then. Zabrush is gone. We did that.
Well, we did that very loosely.
I mean, we summoned Kai, and they, we sort of helped.
Yeah.
Mm.
But we were heading to
Mila, you're
the
muted.
place that they were all at, or at least one of them was at, that we were trying to help the people.
Well,
Well,
do
there's still a lot left to do. We have one. There are 3 more. Let's nap and continue our journey southeast. Yes.
napping is always nice. I think we might be
Sleepy nap time up the tree.
at the tree.
Considering these trees are undead, I don't think sleeping on top of a tree is a good idea.
It's to give you a better ambush position, Shirku.
Yeah, but what
I
if
mean, you
sleep in-
can check and see if the tree's alive or not.
Knowledge nature.
Knowledge, nature, perception, investigation. I'll accept any of the above.
There
This
we go.
tree is fine. This is your friendly
Up we
tree.
go. Mila's tired and achy and crawls up a tree to curl up and nap.
So
Did Mila not actually sleep?
it has only been, it's only about 12 o'clock right now.
Short rest.
Short rest. Okay.
Alright, rested. Let's recover.
Mhm.
and
Cover
make
some
a game.
stamina.
My legs are achy.
It does time.
Achy
You can all use your
legs.
hit dice if you need them. Most of you should be fully healed, though.
Yeah.
Asker, when did you take damage?
I don't know. I just have damage.
Did you long rest yourself?
Yeah, we long rested during the while we were in the cave.
We did. I don't.
Yeah, I don't
No.
know why my
did.
health is so low.
I don't either. That's why I'm like,
I was gonna say, we didn't fight any. Okay, yeah, no. I don't know why, because. Okay, that's weird.
but yeah, you guys still would probably, I mean, you can take short rest for non-reasons other than hit points, known as resting your legs.
Restoring wild shapes. Because I have burned through those.
Yes, that you have. So after an
Yeah, you know.
hour of sitting down, resting. Hey, Shirku. Make a
Yep.
wisdom save.
No, not well. Actually,
Oh,
Cool.
goodness. When you should have me later
Aw,
tell you about my
no.
other D&D
no.
adventure. Where we fought against a group of enemies that made you make intelligence saving throws and just the abject fear in everyone else in the party because I was the only one with a non-zero intelligence save.
Nice.
This is not a Christmas save.
So you guys watch, or Shirku, as you're kind of all sitting and like recovering, getting some of the food out that you guys gathered on your way. You guys, Shirku, you watch as you just see Mila, like she's shaking, and as like in the middle of like shaking and like stretching, you watch as she just stops moving. You watch as Asker was in the middle of writing, and just the pen stops, or quill technically stops. Zestrava was in the middle of singing a little or playing a little instrument, like getting some notes figured out. The note just hangs in the air as like her finger on it stops. Cypher was going over a different book and trying to figure out which spell he wanted to take next, and he's just frozen there. And then
No.
about 10 feet away from you, resting on a tree, you see a gentleman in a long black cloak,
Great.
piercing eyes. And as you look at his eyes, you do see that they have the mirror's symbol in them. Well, haven't you been a busy little one?
Seems that way.
You freed Kevin Longrake.
Not that I knew that he was there, but yes, apparently I did.
And I've felt the calling. I feel that you're reaching to your weapon to unlock more of your potential.
Am I?
Are you not?
He raises an eyebrow. The weapon has more potential?
What if I were to tell you that you would be able to make it so beings like Kevin would flee from you if you wanted?
It would be useful.
All it would take would be you making a deal.
And that is the key word.
Yes.
I've made too many deals.
You've never actually made a deal with me. Your mother had. But you've never. Of all of your siblings. Well, technically, I guess I never made a deal with one of them either. Oh well. Too bad some paladins will never hear that.
Just based on those words, you can guess who it is.
But I keep my ends of my bargains. If you want the power to keep your friends safe as you traverse the 3-week trek that you have in front of you out of the woods, I could give you that power.
Shirku closes his eyes for a moment, yet shakes his head at that. No, I'd rather try and go through life with my own ability. Thank you for the offer, though.
If you ever need it, just hold your halberd close and ask for power.
Mm.
And try fighting something bigger on your own for the time. We'll see if you can even handle it.
We'll see.
And you, as he snaps, you watch as he's gone, and Asker, Mila, Zestrava, Cypher, all of you return to what you were doing during the rest.
And with that, Shirku gives a sigh. Great.
Alright, think that's a good nap. On sleepyheads. Let's get going.
Good morning,
Getting to the
Mila.
right part of my song.
Asker's just like, I'm only halfway done with the things that have happened. I guess I can write more tonight.
Mhm.
An incomplete spell could doom us all.
We have a long journey ahead of us. And hopefully we don't get any more interruptions.
So, I think that Zestrava's plan is probably the best plan for just if we go to the next city and then hop city to city till we're at the coast, we could probably hear rumors of giant skeleton monsters.
Hmm. I
Plus,
like it.
If we make our way all the way to the coast, there's that town or temple that I could become a night princess at.
A night princess?
Yeah, Tristan said that his organization was at this town, and that if I went there and proved something, that reminds me, Cypher, I have some questions about souls.
Ah, that's more of a religious topic in my opinion. I am more of
Ayla
the
heard some along.
arcane arts.
But, I mean, I figured you were only the one who might know what it was, but I need to discipline my soul, and, like, I understand how to discipline the body, like, I've done a bunch of that, like, I'm relatively flexible and all that, but how do you discipline a soul?
You're muted, Cypher.
If it's like learning, a good routine will help you. I would say some pray, in my opinion, futile as it is, but they claim it helps. Others
Why I ask the heretic questions.
Others believe in reciting a mantra. Studied with a glorious group of monks who, they could make a delicious alcoholic drink, and you had to say their mantra to get access to it, but it was an enjoyable experience. And then there are others who just have an object on them that brings them great joy and brings them closer to their deity. I would imagine adopting multiple of these type of routines would help strengthen one's soul. As I read books, gather knowledge, and do research to help my mind.
Speaking of items, once we get to a town or a city, Cypher, would you be able to take a closer look at this halberd?
That can be arranged.
Thanks.
Preferably in a town with a nice bed, a door. I did not realize how much I miss doors until I've been stuck in the wild for so long.
You get used to it.
Doors are weird. Doors hold things in.
Something, let it go.
But yes, I do believe adopting a mantra would help you. And as for your weapon, we can definitely do more research in a safer location. I feel here we might draw unwanted attention if we try to delve into it.
Yes, quite a bit of unwanted attention. I say, kind of somewhat looking up.
Nothing response to that.
he's not responding to Cypher.
I love that.
Are you guys continuing on your way now?
Yeah.
Definitely been continuing along while they discuss the souls and disciplining their inner self. Getting amusing insights from Cypher.
It should be interesting to say the least.
Who is leading the way?
Me or you, Shirku?
Oh, since you're exhausted. I don't think exhaustion goes away on short rests. I'm gonna go ahead and lead the way this time.
Okay. And I have your back.
Yep.
Shirku, since you're leading, will you please give me the survival check to lead correctly and continue heading south instead of heading north.
Well, considering that a certain dragon was there, I don't think I'm gonna mess that up.
Hopefully not.
Nope, never mind. I'm going north.
So I was gonna have you guys rolling a d10 for your random encounter. Can you all please roll me a d6?
Oh no. What have to be?
Woo!
Oh, now I get a
So
crit.
now the only missing number is 2 and 4.
He's smiling. He's smiling.
3 of you. Okay.
Oh no.
Who's all keeping an eye out on things?
Mila!
Mila, is your perception?
Watching back.
Give me a perception
Passive.
check.
Yep. Passive perception is 17. Let's see how this goes. 18.
Mila, as you guys are watching, you kind of notice Shirku's, like, you hear things up ahead and kind of notice that Shirku's leading you right towards it.
Almost like he's distracted.
But then as you start to listen, you hear what sounds like some sort of instrument playing. Just a harp just strumming along different notes. And then just like it's tuning it almost, it seems. It's about 30, 40 feet away from you guys, and there's some woods blocking the whatever the source of the music is.
Yeah, we'll try to arouse Shirku's attention with a couple of shrill chirps.
Hmm? Something wrong, Mila? He's snapping out of his distraction.
She'll be looking forward.
Zestrava, Cypher, and Asker, you all do notice Mila like doing that as well.
Maybe we should take a beat.
As you
Chirping and flicking at the tail in agitation.
and you do start to hear after, as you guys are still there, it actually, whatever the sound is actually now starting to play a beautiful, slow, lyrical beat.
Hmm.
Do I detect anything magical about it? I know I'm gonna need to roll an Arcana for that, but it's a very good thing to check.
Are you casting Detect Magic?
Yeah, I'll use one of my slots. So I will detect magic. Oh.
There is a source that is magical behind a couple of the trees. About, what's your range of Detect Magic?
30 feet.
Just at the edge of your vision of your Detect Magic, you get some sort of magic. It can't be discerned though, like, weird. It's magic, but it's not, but it's magic. Whatever this thing making this sound is. You guys, if the source of it still isn't within vision fully from the foliage.
Well, what's ever making that music It's definitely not something I've seen before or felt before.
If it's something inside this forest, it's best to leave it be.
Can I make a performance and see if I can figure out what it might be? Like if I've heard that sort of music before?
Yes. Performance or history, your choice.
Oh, you know what I'm choosing.
21. You and actually, now that you guys are listening to it, you and Asker both get a tune of like you've heard this before. It's as you're like listening, you're like, can't be. It's actually kind of like the national theme of Rola is actually what's being played. Like,
Is that your song, Princess?
and
Asker just gives this like head cock, like, what would they be doing here? And then like kind of like is like popping to the beat at this point. Like,
it's
I like this song.
It's a slow, melancholy song.
Asker has sung this a lot. She really likes it. It's one of those people.
But right now, you guys are still hidden away. Whatever the source of the sound you guys have. It doesn't seem to have noticed you or stopped.
Asker will just lean to Zestrava and be like, "Do you think that it would be okay to go see what it is?"
I mean, why would it be playing it here, though? Maybe it's trying to signal us? Maybe it's trying to trick us. We should approach carefully.
Mila's going to trust in the party to manage this strange musician, and she's going to more move to like higher vantage points up, like less animated trees, and keep an eye if there's anything else in the area drawn in by the music.
Are you moving quietly or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Considering it's this forest, I still think we keep moving forward. Let's go around whatever's causing the music.
Crack! As you're climbing up, you just one of the trees. Music keeps playing. From your higher vantage point, though, you don't see any foliage actually stopping you get some line of sight. You see like a little circular area with a stone like that's flattened out, and you kind of do a double take, Mila, because yeah, age doesn't necessarily mean anything to changelings. But you're pretty sure that's a youngling sitting with a harp.
A young what?
Looks human. It looks like a child. How old? You don't know?
I'm not gonna know ages. I just know that it's a
Small
larval
little
human.
child. Yep. Just turning a harp. Blonde hair, platinum blonde hair. Piercing blue eyes that are every so often open, then closed, and like going with the beat.
Mila will hang down from the tree by the tail, whisper into the ear, perhaps a cipher nearby, and go, there's a baby up ahead, a human.
I have serious issues with there being a baby human up ahead in these woods that's alive.
I'm pretty sure it's alive.
It's a trap. That's what it is.
A baby human.
I'll keep an eye out.
There's a baby even
You work with
playing
the party.
I mean, anyone think they can throw a rock near it without hitting it? Might trigger something.
What's the informant around the child?
It was a. Oh, yeah, to leave. She tells you there's just a small circular clearing about 10 feet around her.
Hmm.
Battle tactics say that this is probably a trap.
My gut says this is a trap.
It doesn't make me less curious, though. But,
Great.
as recent lessons have taught me, curiosity leads to dragons coming out of the ground. So I am considerably less intent to go check it out.
You said the baby's in a rock formation?
It's like there's a rock that's just been like flattened out for her to sit on it.
Oh,
That sounds almost fey. Anyways.
I don't think we should go near it.
I probably could adjust to keep moving, considering it's these woods. This far north?
Well, I mean, I could always try playing something forward if we do want to try something.
I mean,
Or
you could
avoid
try-
the trap.
I mean, what you could do is just mimic the song itself, but otherwise we should keep our distance.
Yeah, we can go around. I think if we go this way.
All right.
Hey, Mila,
around
make-
we go.
Make a perception check again. As you kind of like right yourself back up from falling and to head down. You watch
I'd
as
say 21.
As you're looking around, you watch as she looks directly at you as she gets to the closing note with her piercing blue eye just looking at you. Smiles. Bows her head. And just stops playing for a moment. And just waits.
So yeah, we can go around that way.
Um,
Come on.
Are you all going around?
Off we go.
During what has happened,
Do we have to
Shirku-
get, like, a view as we go around?
Yeah, as you guys are kind of heading, unless you're heading to try and not get a view, depends on like how far away you guys are heading, circling around. But you're able to get a view of it, if you wish.
Does it look familiar?
A little bit, a little younger, but a little bit familiar. Like the face looks very familiar to you, but it looks more
Does it?
childish. A little, like it's a little younger.
Asger just kind of starts slowly. Like, I need to know. I'm sorry.
Vila, Shirku,
okay.
Zestrava, Cypher, you watch as Asker starts walking closer.
Oh, no.
I have a lot of
Tries to get a tail around Asker's wrist as a leash, but Asker's too far gone.
Ask you remember what happened last time you were curious.
Always have to tie up your humans, keep them on a good leash.
It's
Asker,
the looking blonde hair and blue eyes that make me really curious. I need to know.
Uh-huh.
so Asker approaches.
Like a safe, respectable distance, and just goes, like, what are you doing out here?
And she just looks up to you, smiling. Oh, hi, Asker. How are you doing today?
Oh no.
Oh God!
Oh
Did we all
no.
hear that?
Yeah.
Say that?
Oh no.
I did not hear that cipher.
Yeah.
I
Oh
love how,
no.
like, on the stream, we both, like, kind of just, like, look over at us and we're like,
Would Mila, Shirku, Zestrava, and Cypher like to join us?
Even Shirku's like trying to shut
No.
up, but very on edge.
Asker's like,
to introduce us.
Oh,
I think you should get their theme first. What is your name, small one?
oh, I mean, we've met before. I helped you getting out of Rola before. I know I'm a little younger than that. I'm sorry.
Have I been in Rola?
You have never been in Rola, Mila.
Okay.
That was specifically directed at Asker.
Okay, because Mila's like,
Is it Gwen? Is it younger Gwen?
It is younger Gwen.
Asker just goes, you look a lot younger than the last time that we played together.
I'm sorry.
Also, I came all the way over here to get you stories. But now you're here, so
Who is
how's
this?
that gonna work?
Your stories have been wonderful. I've been watching them all along. It's so wonderful to see you making friends.
Who is this?
Asger will like turn and like in a big like ta-da! Like, this is Gwen. She helped me get out of the castle when I was still in Rola a whole bunch. And we said that we were going to become really awesome adventurers and make our own stories one day, which is kind of how I got here when I met the other two and then came here.
Okay.
Remember it.
And she's been watching us this entire time.
She sets down
I
the
mean,
harp on the stone
I
Gets
guess
up.
so.
and bows to you all.
I return that with a nod.
Why are you here?
He beat me to the question.
Something
Better.
something got out, and I have to be here now.
Are you talking about Kevin?
oh, are you here to serve the dragon?
Not to serve. I have to. There's too many things that are trying to push against the fire. I have to try something.
Push against the fire?
There's too many fronts.
Things may go better for you if you work with the dragon.
I don't
No,
think that's a good
no,
idea.
That's heresy talk. Why do all of you do this? Asker's just like,
Asker, you know the rules. The strong make the rules.
Mila,
It's making a frowny face in the book.
Mila, I don't think making friends with a dragon is a good idea. It seems more like something that would backstab friends.
Do you
At the
think you
moment-
can beat the dragon though? Like you can't beat a dragon, Shirku.
Not right now.
Eating.
Not
That's why-
ever.
I,
We're little things. We're weak little things. And that's a dragon.
it's. Yeah. Between him, Malphus, the mirror. There's a lot that's going around here. The fire's
There's too
getting
much.
weak. The fire won't be able to protect everyone soon enough.
Wait a minute, are you the one who's managing
What do we have to
those fires?
And what was that, Asker? I heard you, Shirku.
What do we have to do to get the fire stronger again?
I don't know. I just know there's too many people pushing after it. I have
Well-
to stop somewhat. Too much. Don't take on jobs that you're not ready for. It's no fun.
Hmm.
But if you
Why
guys...
are all these things suddenly starting to push on the fire? What's going on in this sudden moment to make this happen?
The Undying's gotten stronger. Whatever was keeping him at bay no longer is. The mirror seems to have returned, or at least some form. There are two Kevins around now.
Wait, what?
There are two?
Two? How two?
Evan?
One was sealed, one was born. Now they both roam the world.
Isn't that a paradox?
There's too many things pushing against the fire.
Well, we're
Zestrava,
we're, we're currently trying to beat some of the Mirror Man's forces and destroy them. So, I mean, Shirku kills a whole bunch of demons all the time and stuff too. So,
Like, wait,
Actually,
is the other Kevin and Rola?
The southern parts of Rola.
that reminds me, since we're asking all these questions and talking about people pushing against flames, why is the Mirrored Man wanting to delay the Undying King or whatever he's called?
Well, when there's three people after the same thing, but they all want different things with it, you do what you can to stop the other ones.
I see. So that's why.
You do what you can to stop the other one. Is this a situation where the enemy of my enemy is my friend? Should we work?
This is a situation where we have a mission to deal with one problem.
It's a free for
The
all.
4 that were revived.
it sounds like we need to stop accidentally letting evil into the world.
No, it's not your fault. Things happen. Don't blame yourself on that, Asker.
What are they even after? If I may ask.
They want the power of the... Well, depends. Each of them have their own goals. They all want the
You know
power
what the
of
Mirror Man
flame.
wants?
I have ideas.
They want to see Plomy not in the world, like the rest of you heretics. But I'm not gonna let it happen.
He just shakes his head at that. He's tired of arguing with her.
Asker, your friends are very nice. I'm glad
They
that you
also
can...
don't believe in Plomy, and that one seems to think that it's okay to help people who help the Mirror Man. And that one gave the holy symbol of the Mirror Man to that one. And Mila just said that we should help the dragon.
I didn't. I mean, if the dragon wants help, I guess. I don't think a dragon would need help. But when you have something that's very big and very lethal, Asker, they are the strongest, and you do what they say.
I think we find a way to poison them and undercut their economy so that it
You
crashes
can't
around.
poison a dragon that breathes poison! Asker!
That's what
Asker!
you think.
That was breathing acid, not poison.
I just want to
Mila
say, I
does
like
have
how
a
you're
difference.
accusing everyone for their sins, and Cypher's just got two undead standing next to him that look very guilty. Like, ooh, you two just hide behind me. And we don't want her bringing that up. That's not the time for that.
I love how Cypher's the only one without a frowning face and just inconspicuous skeletons.
Oh,
in the closet.
Cypher's name in the book now is Heretic. I think Cypher's Heretic number 2.
Asker, there are some people who don't view religion, and that's okay. Lumin doesn't ask for everyone to worship her.
No, but I wish that they'd stop worshipping the wrong religion.
I don't think that they really worship. They're just unsure of what that is.
I guess that makes sense. I've been learning about
I have
letting people
survival
have
sensibilities
I've
that you
been
may
learning
want to
about-
work on, Asker. You also need to work on your footwork when you are stressed, because I won't be there to catch you every time you trip.
Asgard just goes, normally I'm really good at it, but every time that this happens, I get tripped up. I don't know why.
It's the stress. The stress puts you in a different mind state, and so you're not going to have the same skills.
There's only really enough meat for two.
No, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't make a whole thing of meat.
So you guys, where are you headed right now? Are you just trying to leave the woods and get out of here?
Oh no, we're searching for a skeleton.
One of the minor evil that the Mirror Man got out when we weren't able to stop that ritual. Hopefully that will stop putting some of the stress on that.
Do you know where do you know where you're searching?
Somewhere between Witherthorn and Ashbrook? We don't have many
I don't
specifics.
think it was Ashbrook. Or was it Ashbrook? Because I'm pretty sure 7 is Witherthorn.
Ashen Ridge
I'm
was
not sure.
one of-
Ashen Ridge. Okay.
Okay, it was Ashen Ridge, not Ashenbrook.
Ashbrook is
Okay.
the name of
It's the name of like one.
Ashenbrook
I
is
think.
the name of the continent.
Oh,
Ah,
So you're trying to get
have an
back
approximate knowledge.
to. Okay. It was good seeing you all though, and I'm glad that you've gotten to meet and help Asker along.
Mhm.
But I'm glad she gets to experience some of the world as well.
it's nice to not be locked in the castle anymore.
It's always good to find your own experience and way through the world.
It is good when the young ones get some practical knowledge.
I'd rather
No.
you guys not end up getting stuck here facing too many demons and devils, though.
Was there
There's a
somewhere
lot of
you
things we would
to-
like not to happen.
I mean, you're more
Oh.
than welcome to come along. We're always looking for more members, and
Didn't they
You
say
seem
there
like
was
you
a
could be
flame
helpful.
at 16?
There's a flame
Gwen
at
is like
most of the worlds.
coolest person- Gwen is like the coolest person to join us too. I'm wholeheartedly in agreement with this.
Not
Well,
gonna
then
be able
Asker
to.
better start pulling out those persuasion trolls.
I'm going to have to stay up in these woods for a while. I have a lot here that I need to stop. But you guys, and as she says that, she walks up to a tree and you watch she touches it. The tree just kind of starts to morph and form into a different portal way. If you guys are heading back to Witherthorn, you can walk through there. It was a pleasure to meet you all, though.
And Mila bounds on it happily.
wait, do you need help here?
I'm fine. Have a safe trip, you all. And she starts to, as she starts to leave, Asker, you get the hint of her eyes turning to like a blue flame as she starts walking north, leaving
Asker
her.
was gonna like run up and give her like a big hug before that happens.
Leaving her harp on the stone and stuff. She's just left the doorway there for you guys.
Asker just goes, "You forgot this," and like is attempting to like.
As
hug.
you're trying to say that, and you try and like turn the tree to get her back in view. She's no longer there.
Is the harp still there?
Yep.
Asker will like, oh, I was gonna give her a hug and let her look at the book before she left, but I guess we should hold on to her harp for her. It feels rude to just leave it here. Friends don't let friends lose things.
And considering what she had, I don't think she just forgot it.
mean- Maybe not. I know that when my eyes start to glow and stuff, I kind of forget things. So, like, maybe that's what happened. I
Mila's
guess we
already,
should use the portal.
has Mila already bounded through the portal? Nice.
Mila is not plagued by these indecisions.
Checks into his parents real fast. I'll go back.
And tree portals are nice and familiar and are the best.
Mila, you find yourself as you get through the portal, and that's still behind you too, that you could walk back through it. You actually find yourself looking out to Witherthorn near Enzo's home, old home.
Oh,
Poor Enzo.
may he rest in the
Excellent.
tiny grave we dug for him.
Then let's scout the nearby area for critters while the rest of the party makes their way through.
Shirku watches that where she vanished for a moment before heading through the portal.
I'll head through the portal too.
Maybe we should talk to a certain bookshop owner.
If they're still there.
We just sit
Asger
there and
comes
it's
to
like
the
a
portal. She'll see where they are and just go, we can get texture soup. Cypher and Zestrava haven't had texture soup.
I'm
I
scared.
don't think I want texture soup. I've had
What?
some very
It's,
sketchy.
it's really good. You just don't focus on the flavor, but instead you focus on the texture.
No.
It's a whole new kind of cuisine that I learned about here.
Right. Well, we better keep moving before anything else happens that seems to be messing with the balance of this world.
Shirku, as you're saying that, it's just has Asker and Zestrava, you still haven't walked through the portal? Or did you both walk through the portal too?
We walked through.
Okay, as the last of you walks through, the tree just goes back to. And you find yourselves on the outskirts of Witherthorn again. The first time in a while.
Shirku, you want to ask if they've seen any of the lich's skeletons, and then maybe we continue on our way to Ashen Ridge.
That makes sense. We can go to those nice tavern owners. They seem to know everything that was going on.
So going to the tavern out in the Bone Spring?
No, it's worth to see what's around.
The Jardin
What time of
Rouge?
day is it?
Here at you kind of notice before you guys had stepped through is about 1:30ish or so. As you guys have stepped through the portal fully, you realize it's about 6 or 7 now.
So the gate's closed?
Yep. Or
Okay.
yeah, that gate has closed. Actually, no, not yet. Sun hasn't set fully. So if you wanted to go inside, you still could. Sorry, I was thinking a different gate. I thought you were talking about the wood gate that you guys just went through.
No, the city gate, because I know that it closes as soon as it starts to get dark. Because Asger has a problem with how this city is run.
Well, they're adapting to this place, so they don't have a choice.
They need a bigger flame so that they can get more people in the protection. People on the outside here don't get the flame protection, which seems very rude. Especially because they've been so nice to us, and they just had to deal with demons attacking all the time. Because they don't have a Shirku.
I don't think they have a choice of where the flame is put.
I said a bigger flame.
Or
Hopefully
the
we can
size
find
of it.
something stronger. Not yet, but we will.
So where do you head?
I vote to Asker or Shirku to decide.
I agree with this sermon.
Shirku, Asker, you would notice as all three of them are looking at you. Both.
Shirku, do you want to hang out in the town that looks like your town? Or inside the towns that look like my town?
What? What was that comparison?
Well, there's the Bone Spring out here, which is not very protected by the light Plomine, or we can still go inside the city gate, and there's this nice bookshop owner who we left a cultist with a long time ago. I can check on how one of my reformed people is doing. Also, she was highly knowledgeable in all things.
If she's
Cypher would
still
probably
alive.
like her. I mean, she's like high levels of strong, I think. So, like, I have a pretty good feeling that she's pretty strong.
That's not who I was talking
Yeah,
about.
you guys never did find out her name. Good to know. You found out
Or the librarian?
a librarian, you know.
Evelyn. Yeah.
It's the person you left with Evelyn that you never found out the name for.
Well,
Nope.
regardless, after we check on people that are left in the tavern because of a certain rave, or we could just go into the city, or we could pay
If we
respects.
don't go into the city soon, we won't be able to.
Or we could just pay respects to a certain guide from the past.
But his grave isn't here.
Right. Well, all the same, we're not in the north anymore, so
Where are you guys heading to the Jardin Rouge? Are you guys heading to the Black Quill?
The Black Quill.
All right, yeah, that's
Esker starts leading you through.
There we go.
It's
Alright,
like,
It's like no more choices for all of you. You're going into Plummeon's Lake. When all of you suddenly burst into flames, you know why.
you get to the gates and they're not shut yet. There's two guards there, standing guard watching. They see you coming and they look. One of them looks, recognizes you. Hurry on up. We're about to be closing the gates.
all right.
In about that time.
Trots on in.
Did you fill the city to capacity so that everyone's safe?
We've always been full at capacity. Head on in if you have a problem with anything. Well, go talk to the mayor.
Meanwhile, Shirku's just already walking past them.
Bye.
So you guys head in, and if you remember where the Black Quill is?
I do remember where the Black Quill is. It's
Kind
at
of
that
like-
point, right?
Yo.
Yeah, it was about there.
May have been a long time ago, and I may have missed a few episodes around that time, but
Still remember it. Good. So you head your way over there. The city seems pretty lively right now. People are getting done with their evening chores, evening activities. You smell some food cooking coming from each of the houses as you guys are passing. Nothing too crazy though. As you make your way to the center of the square, you do see that the flame is still up on the tower, burning brightly. To the north is the
Asker's gonna go touch the tower.
touch. It's a tower.
Oh.
Tower is tower.
This time.
Asger's hand
Cypher wasn't gonna touch the tower. You learned from my experience.
Asger's hand goes through the tower. It's an illusion.
Asker would lose her mind. She would just.
That'd be okay. You do see the Black Quill is still open. It still has its open sign on right now.
All right, let's head on in.
Ring ding ding.
As you come and open the door, you actually see behind the counter, reading and studying a book, is Evelyn with her blonde hair just like down, just reading and not really paying attention. And there is a doorbell that rings. And as the doorbell rings, you actually watch as someone from within the halls of bookcases comes out and is like, "How can we help you at the Black Quill?" And you see a dark-haired, familiar female lady in front of you. Oh, welcome back.
Yes.
Evelyn, your guests are back. And she immediately starts to
Flowers.
kind of hide away. Evelyn looks up. Oh, welcome. How can I help you? How's the journey been?
Complicated.
Complicated is a nice way to say that we fucked up a lot of things.
I
Ask her.
transported the flowers.
Good. Very good. I thank you for giving them to her.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. A lot of things happened.
You guys haven't been gone that long.
It feels like ages.
Yes,
We've been
it
gone
does.
a month and a half.
Yeah. I mean,
That
the
seems
journey
like a long time.
the journey there should have taken you about a month.
It did.
We've been teleported around quite a bit.
Ah.
We seem to have escaped the tutorial zone, and then we're put back in it.
But,
I'll ask her.
Well,
Yes.
Oh, we're looking for the resurrected undead. The big ones.
Yeah. I thankfully haven't seen them anywhere or heard any of the sounds of them around here yet. But
There's rumors that one was coming from Ashen Ridge.
that is not far at all, sadly.
We had to make sure that this town was safe. And also, my friend Gwen, who was saying that the light was getting a little stretched thin, that she needs help taking out some of the things that are stretching it so thin. So hopefully we can take care of those skeleton things.
Your friend Gwen? I don't remember meeting a Gwen. Who's this Gwen you speak of that talks of defending?
Asger will pull out the harp and just go, she's a friend from home. She helped me break out of the castle a bunch. And somehow she was here, but younger, and playing this harp. And she'll Asger will pass over the harp. I don't know if it's magically at all, but you're always good with mysteries.
That harp is the harp that was used to help Ellen become Plomine.
This
Wait,
seems like a
wait,
very
huh?
important harp.
Plumbing?
Oh, before she left, her eyes glowed. I don't actually. Did Shirku see that? I don't remember.
Shirku
Did we
went
not
over
hear
with
what the...
Okay, yeah. Never mind then. But yeah, there is a few problems up north. Things are getting worse. And
You're-
that tower that I mentioned in my hometown was an illusion.
We rescued most of the people, though.
It sounds as though you've had an interesting journey, and you notice as she's saying that her eyes are not leaving the harp whatsoever.
Asger will
Oh, wait.
offer the book.
We got the harp? Did I just miss this entire thing?
The harp was left on a stone. Asker took the harp.
Oh, no.
And the harp is now on Evelyn's counter.
I'm just gonna casually pick that back up. I'd be like, Evelyn,
Did
if
we
you
not
could tell us more about this, that would be great, but we're definitely going to need this back.
I wouldn't even... Can you describe Gwen for me?
Really pretty blue eyes, longish blonde hair. She was a lot younger this time that I'm used to seeing her, Because she used to be my age, but she looked a lot younger this time. And she'll just do like the where you use the hand to show how tall.
She knew all of her names as well.
She said
So
she'd been watching us, which was really nice.
Are you sure her name is Gwen?
That's what she said.
We've been friends since I was little, so I think so.
Interesting. I can examine the harp if you want. I don't know if I really need to.
And we wanted to sleep here before we go west to deal with skeletons.
What is the story of Flomine's creation?
I'm curious about these 4 items myself.
Which 4 items?
You had like 4 locations with whatever unleashing ceremony for Plomine's light, one of which was also a holding place for a dragon, I think is what they're referring to.
And
I mean, Evelyn doesn't know any of what you guys have experienced and whatnot, so that's why she's just like,
Oh,
Okay.
that's fair.
but as for the girl, she spoke of, considering she spoke of the fires as her flames.
Then her eyes did a glowy thing like mine do.
Wait, they glowed?
Are you sure her name's not Ellen?
It's always been Gwen as far as I've been aware. We're bestest friends.
The
I
only-
came on this adventure to write a story for her.
The only person who would have this harp would be Ellen, who transcended and became Plomine. For the items that you speak of, as she's like, because Asker gave her the book, right? And she's been able to go through it as she's been talking. There were 4 different stones of energy from each of the different planes of elemental planes. One of fire, one of water, one of earth, one of air. Those now reside in the Iron Guard shield crest, which is in Rola somewhere. Ever since Radagast passed, I know he's Gaelic took it back and has kept it with him. But there was also, the group had to collect those, and they also had to collect all of the strings of the harp. Which I believe, if I remember, Nefarian was the one who was responsible for that. Who managed to go out and collect them and get them back, and this harp was used to play the song that either was going to help Ellen become Plomine or bring Plomine back to this world. It was the song that stuck with Gaelic, or Galen, not Gaelic. Or no, yeah, it's Gaelic. Sorry. Too many different names in my head. What was that, Zestrava? Were you saying?
No worries.
Okay. He actually made it Rola's national theme. National anthem.
This is why I like themes so much.
This harp is made, if it plays the theme, it was made for it at a certain spot, then you can help transcend and empower a god. It has a lot of other magical capabilities, but it's something that you'll find grows with you in strength as you learn to access more of it.
Interesting.
Mila sort of up on a bookcase looking at this harp and is intrigued. Does Anastriana talk about the harp at all, or like Plumy's creation beyond the like 4 locations?
Not really, not too much. As you're kind of like up and looking, you do see Mila. There's the lady that greeted you guys is kind of like hiding in the corner, just listening to everything.
And yeah, Mila will sneakily curl a tail over and try to poke Spooker.
Hi. Thank you for not killing me.
Why would they kill you?
She was one of the cultists at the ziggurat. Her friend before her decided execution was the right answer. She, however, was smart enough to listen to the words of Clomine and decide that she could maybe turn her life around.
I'm just gonna look at her. And have you been good?
Nadia has been of excellent aid.
Wonderful. We would expect no less. Kind of like subtly, not so subtly shooting daggers at her.
Asger will look at Shirku and be like, see, I do let people redeem themselves.
I never questioned if you did or didn't.
Questioned it a whole bunch when it came to your family.
Evelyn, can we stay here?
Sure.
But Zestrava, I think that you should probably keep the harp safe for Gwen. I'm not much of a harp player, and if it has magic to make everything better, then that seems like a you kind of job.
Didn't you recognize the song they were playing too?
I have played it many a time myself when we had soldiers visiting taverns, or at least the version that I'm used to.
Then it was meant for you.
Perhaps. I still have to figure out how to carefully play it without accidentally summoning some other sort of evil into this lovely place.
I mean, out of character, we're already on a roll. Why not just keep on going?
And I just summon Pulmy, and she's just like absolutely like Persephone's the entire place.
Oh god!
Yes, we're tired from a long day of a journey. I think we'd like to rest.
And she like picks up a staff and taps it once, and you watch as a door
Oh,
appears.
Evelyn,
Yes.
do you know a Kevin? They were talking about 2 of them.
Kevin? I mean, there's a couple of Kevins in town. It's a pretty common name.
Yeah, that's all
Okay.
we were talking about.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Someone like gonna cover Asger's mouth because Asger has this look of like she's about to say something.
Ask her, would you like to have some dinner?
I would love to have dinner, except my favorite texture soup shop unfortunately is on the other side of the wall. How are we gonna get texture soup now?
I mean, if you want the soup that they serve there, I can have my cooks prepare it for you. Or they can prepare you something else.
It
Asker's
seemed like kind of
adventures.
it seemed like their specialty there, so I'll just have you prepare whatever you would normally prepare, and I'll try that. I'm also writing a book on running around and tasting all of these different cuisines. Shirku's home. I will say that the knight who ran the tavern there was probably the best food I've had since being inside the castle. I was very impressed.
I will have to have him cook for me at some point. I'll have to make my way up there.
At the moment,
And then-
he's a general summoning an army.
What was that, Zestrava?
Didn't you want to meet that order here? I'm sure she might have some connections. Maybe she could help us meet with them.
That's true. So his name was Tristam the Brave, currently stuck over in Rola, but he mentioned this knightly order to me and gave me the quest to do 7 different things to prove that I can become a knight.
I mean, there's a couple of... It depends on where you get your knighthood at. There's a couple of different
Dawnberg?
places. Dawnberg.
It's kind of close.
And you're wanting to become a knight with them?
Well, Tristan said that it would be a good way to help continue to serve Flomine, and I said that I was already better than a knight because I was a princess, but it doesn't seem like a bad idea to also become a knight who is a princess, is that I would be the first knight princess, and if it helps Flomine, I'm all about it.
Okay. Well, I might be able... If you head over that... When you're ready to head over that way, I might be able to leave you a letter of recommendation for them.
That would be wonderful. First, we have to make sure this town is safe.
All the same, thank you for all your help that you've provided us so far.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad to hear of your adventures and see how you guys are progressing.
And, well, well, considering that every deed has to have a deed returned, maybe sometime we might be able to help you out with something that you need assistance with.
Seems that you guys are on a path to help Flomine, so as long as you continue that, you'll be helping us all.
Hmm. Well,
But if you...
speaking... Oh, please.
Go ahead.
I was just about to talk to Cypher about something specific, but...
Well, if you want to talk to him about it over dinner, right here's the way. And she shows... you watch as the door behind her that just appeared a little bit ago opens up. And you watch as she, moves her fingers. And you hear a sign as the sign goes from open to closed.
How awkward would it have been if another customer walked in as we're looking at the harp that helped create the new god? Just like...
Not just any other customer that walked in, but the metered man himself.
That played some sort of Song of Genesis shenanigans.
That's
Yeah, I'm gonna
otherwise.
find a place to relax and munch on some rations and all that.
But yes, speaking of artifacts with untapped potential, Cypher, as we've discussed earlier.
Yes, this would probably be the best spot to do it.
Yes, it would.
Like instincts time.
I think we're
I guess
losing
Mila go.
Mila. Open that up, so I'm
Not
ready
the
for
Mila.
it. So Cypher, you you didn't follow. Oh, we lost the Mila.
Technical difficulties!
No.
Mila's back. There we go. Welcome back, Mila. Maybe welcome back. There we go. Okay. So Cypher, are you taking a look at the halberd again?
I am.
Much closer look.
Are you casting Identify?
I will. And I'm gonna see if I can do something here.
What is that you wish to do?
I'm gonna double up, actually. I'm gonna use my last 2 level 1 slots and use Detect Magic and Identify kind of at the same time.
Detect magic and then identify. Because detect magic's concentration, identify just casts 1 minute.
Yes.
Give me an Arcana check
Alright.
as you peer into this magical item. I hadn't told you it was at advantage. I was gonna tell you it was at advantage.
I honestly, Shirku, I'm kind of picturing Cypher just floating with this, the spear in front of him, floating above him. He's really into this identify.
Good, because he's concerned about it.
As you're going through and casting Identify, you watch as these spirits start to circle around your hand, and it looks like they start to they go into the halberd, and then they come out and into your arm, letting you identify. Jairo's halberd. First.
The what? Oh.
It gives you, at this point, it's giving him a +1 to attack and damage, a +1 d10 to demons and devils. Any aberration that is hit by this has resistance to all damage dealt from it. And since you rolled a nat 20, to get this to its next level, to awaken it, you must, in single combat, defeat a demon or devil of a powerful CR.
Ooh.
How powerful? Yeah. Some might say... Let's see, do I have a thing that'll tell me by CR? What the demons...
Just probably like Darvad level, maybe.
Oh.
And if I could ask, can I detect what school of magic this sphere is tied to? Or is it not tied to a school of magic?
Not really tied to a school of magic weapon? What? So I'm like kind of damage, so kind of evocation. There seems to be some deep sense of maybe some enchantment.
All right.
So Cypher's he's basically staring into your sphere at this point, and he finally floats back to the ground, and he goes, "Well, I've got good news and I've got bad news."
Let's start with the good news. Yes.
I know its name. And he's gonna give the name and some of the properties he found of it. And he's like, "Well, then there's the bad news."
I'll let you know real quick. It would be something of like a Orthon level in single combat or higher.
What's an Orthon?
You can make a religion check on that if you want to know more about what an Orthon is, or an Arcana. You could make an Arcana. Demons, devils.
I just want to know if I know what an Orthon is, so I'm giving him the correct info. Or else I'm gonna fudge some really weird info.
You do give him the correct info of what an Orthon is.
So he's gonna look up at you, Shirku, as he hands the spear back. My master dealt with weapons that were finicky. This one wants to know if you're worthy. It wants to see if you can best the demon of Orthon level of all things in single combat with no help.
An Orthon? Have I ever seen an Northon before?
You wouldn't necessarily know what a name. You don't necessarily know the names of them, Shirku.
Okay, so yeah. What
And
is it?
I feel this weapon would even view me helping you with the simple enchantments as cheating.
Right. I don't even know what Northon is.
How would I describe this to him?
Do you know what an Orthon is? I know your knowledge, extensive knowledge. You may know what an Orthon is, so.
Like the bounty hunter thing.
I'm actually going to creatures. I studied more of the magical side of things. Zestrava, she could help you with what this type of demon is. But for me, demons, they ate souls. They weren't to my liking. I need a soul alive. Well, I need a soul that can talk, not alive.
Because I'll be perfectly honest. The reason why I asked you to examine this halberd is because a certain someone visited me again.
Oh, this sounds interesting. Was it someone's a member of our group would be very disappointed at you talking to?
Yes.
Asper's just like on the other side of the table, like she was eating and is just staring at you.
As like, yeah, Cypher did kind of do the identify right in the middle of everyone. So.
Oh, that's true.
So, to get that over with, he tried to offer me a deal, and I turned it down.
Oh.
He also
magical entities, they're so one-sided in their favor.
He offered to unlock the halberd's full potential, but I don't know about that.
Well, interesting enough, it seems there's a way to unlock it without his help.
I figured as much.
But it's going to be hard work.
From the sound of it. Beyond that, though, he also mentioned that out of all my siblings, one of them has not actually taken up a deal from him.
Oh.
And surprisingly, that'd be the one, and considering the context of words he used, that'd be the one that's currently alive.
But the others did accept deals.
So it seems.
It'd be interesting to know.
What was that, Asker?
I was like, Asker makes a note.
What were you saying, Cypher?
Oh, it would be interesting to know what the context of those deals were, what he wanted in return, and what they had to offer, but what they gained, too.
I didn't think about that at the start. I just don't think taking any deals is the right idea.
No. Taking deals, it binds you to a service. It's why I've never dabbled in the religious side of the dead world. There are ways that don't cost me anything to get what I am after. But do note, it is strange this weapon dislikes demons so much, because of all things that serve evil entities, demons seem to flock to them.
I'm not sure why. That's the reason why it was given to me, to hunt demons.
Well, with how our journey's been going, anything to raise your power will be a great help to us. I personally plan to add a bit more to my knowledge and hope it helps us stay alive longer.
That would definitely be helpful.
It seems everything we get involved in, we do make a tad worse. Fate can be a cruel mistress, in my opinion.
Speaking of power, with that artifact, I imagine Zestrava could actually use that to help us further.
I mean, help us in one way or another.
Exactly.
Assembling all sorts of magical items.
I will need somewhere to practice, though, I suppose. Is typically where we wind up. You don't really want me performing.
Evelyn kind of looks at you and is like, "We're in my mansion right now."
Oh yeah, we can practice here. I feel safe here.
Dimensional space.
That's like,
Asger also will look at Evelyn and just like, also, is there any chance that you would have some incense and things? I may have lost my tiny friend.
incense for what type of thing?
A familiar summoning?
I got you. That will be 10 gold, but I got you.
Yeah.
It's 10 gold worth of incense and stuff. Yeah. And she's still a shopkeep.
Done.
But yeah. What the name of the halberd happened to ring any bells, Evelyn?
What was the name? Sorry, I was eating. Which you guys seem to be avoiding doing.
Oh, I guess I don't know much about religion, so I don't think it plays much. But I'll tell Shirku the name of the halberd.
Which
If you
was
want me to pronounce that again, I cannot.
Jaziro.
I'll be honest. I'm not gonna remember any of the info, so you're gonna have to send that to me on Discord.
I definitely spelled that wrong.
I figured I'd write it down for you. So do you say that to her?
Yeah.
She like looks it over. Are you sure that's Jaziro's?
Well, that's what Cypher says based on his examination of it.
I delved a little deep into that weapon. Been a while since I've done it that well, and yeah, that's the name it gave me.
Jaziro, when I remember, used a glaive, not a halberd.
A glaive?
Jaziro was the human that Omin fell in love with.
And I'm sure that would catch Asker's attention.
Did Asker hear that?
And the plot thickens.
Jaziro was the human that was given immortality from Plomine and essentially became the first Aesmar. Jaziro was Ellen's father. Jaziro was the man who Malphus the Undying took the body of.
Malphus the Undying.
Sounds like things are a lot worse than we first thought. Oh dear.
If that's his glaive that's been changed to a halberd, there may be a way to revert it back to its original form. Or I guess there'd be a way for you to continue pushing in and allowing it to become and maintain and stay a halberd.
Well, if it is enchanted and apparently a living weapon, based on what Cypher tells me, maybe it should make up its own mind on that.
You all have come across an interesting collection of artifacts of great power.
Yeah? It would seem so. And it seems like there's a lot of connections back to Bomine and Asamar and our dearest princess here.
And I'm sorry to continue this question. And I'm sorry to continue this question based on how religions might look upon this, but how would someone like the Mirrored Man have gotten his hands on this halberd?
Probably after the battle where Ellen ascended.
Killing people?
What was that?
Saying, how do you obtain this halberd that belonged to someone else? Killing them?
She
Sorry.
did just say that Malphus stole the body of him. It would make sense that his weapon would still be with his body, and if his body became evil, then I could see it doing that, and it might be why it changed shape.
But then wouldn't Malphus still have that rather than the Mirrored Man?
They seem to kind of hate each other. It wouldn't surprise me that the Mirrored Man would steal it away from him to use it against him.
That'd probably explain why he gave it to me.
The halberd, the glaive, when it was just a glaive, was a powerful art. I mean, Chisiro was definitely not a slouch with it, but it was a weapon designed to destroy and push back the foul creatures of the world. Demons, devils, aberrations, undead. Anything that came across that blade that wasn't meant of this world quickly found itself slaughtered.
Yeah, I see. Also, Cypher, didn't you mention something about this blade being cursed? I somehow heard, for some reason I heard cursed.
No, it's just a very finicky weapon. Generally, you make an offering, you bond with it, they like you more. This one wants you to prove your mettle.
Well, either way. I see you laughing there.
Yep, nothing happened.
I see. Well,
Does it have specific requests?
well, we'll see in the future, but
I mean,
for now,
you need to kill a demon.
Didn't we kill, like, 5?
No, by himself with no help.
I feel like I've seen him do that a lot, too. He sort of charges in and kills everything. He doesn't use tactics.
talking about, I've used tactics before.
Your tactic is to run into the biggest group of enemies and swing it around until everything's dead.
Well,
You don't think about the squishier ones and how to protect them.
isn't that what you do? You run into the middle of enemies too, in order to protect everybody.
But I stay close enough to stop them from attacking our friends.
That's why I have the Echo for.
Your fighting style is very different from mine.
Yes, it is.
Just make sure you guys get some good rest so we can kill one of the 3 remaining. Okay.
And if you want,
Is it gonna sound like Shirku's gonna do it by himself now?
I don't know about that.
1v badass?
But all we know is for sure is that we have.
I was gonna say Shirku would be the one. Sorry for that. So are you all heading to sleep then at the moment? Is that the plan? Zestrava practicing the harp a little bit before you go to bed?
Before we do head off, I'm going to give Cypher my thanks.
I accept it, but I'm definitely going to rest because I don't want to be exhausted anymore.
Oh, don't lie. You're just gonna go explore the libraries again.
Yeah, you know, something about a double nat one just really drains you out from the get-go.
Alright,
Asger's gonna go see Owl.
so Zestrava, are you attuning to the harp?
Yes.
You gain a +1 on attack rolls with your bard spells. You gain a +1 to your saving throw DCs with your bard spells.
Okay. So I'll put that in my notes.
Cypher, as you're heading to bed, are you putting another spell in your spellbook?
Can I still get a full night's rest if I do so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're working towards putting one in. It takes a little bit of time, but
I will put banishment.
nice.
Ooh.
As you open
Oh,
up your
yeah.
book and you look to the page to like where you're about to feed it, in black ink across the entire book, you just see 3 letters in bold caps all across the 2 pages. B-O-I.
B-O-I.
And it's almost like written as a yell.
I'm generally trying to think what that could. Let me see something here.
Bio. B-O-I. Oh, more like boy.
Can I use history to recall if like those stand out to anything that could relate to my master?
Sure.
I almost want to say clairvoyance, but no, that's a B, not
That's a
a B.
16.
Oh.
Good try. You don't have advantage on this. Thinking B-O-I. B-O-I. Boy.
Boy.
Oh
Next.
God.
Next we're gonna find out my master was bald and had a tattoo on his face.
You know he was a dwarf, and the one time that you have memories of that we've seen in game, he did say, "Yeah, boy."
I'm gonna flip to the next page.
As you flip, kind of ignoring it, you just watch as because you can see the back of the page. The ink disappears on that page. It reappears in front of you.
It seemed like your old master's communicating with you.
I'm going to write yes in the book.
Yes.
Like, the yes, like, can I help
Stop
you?
riddle this shit!
The next, as you write yes, and you have to kind of write it in the side because the boy takes up everything. The boy disappears.
Oh.
The yes disappears.
Oh. That's a new one.
F R E E M E.
Free me.
Oh no.
Free me.
Oh. I don't recall the book ever meant. I don't recall this ever being mentioned. He's basically just talking to himself in his room at this point,
This book was given to you specifically by your master.
Yeah. Free me. I have to write it even does this relate to the flame thing going on?
B-O-I. is all that comes across as all of the other letters disappear.
What were those letters?
E-O-I.
Boy.
As in another boy.
In times of strangeness, with all these powers around, I can only think of one thing to write. And he's got to write the only word he needs to write right now. How?
More. M-O-R-E. All that comes across.
I guess I'm gonna put more.
So you feed it the banishment.
Yep.
You have to, like, get your fingers out of there fast, because it's gobbling it up faster than you're used to.
It's hungry.
Yay, unknown party involved in the mix.
We're all gonna die.
Yep.
We all have these strange objects.
And Mila's just like, I'm just doing my own thing. She's like the cat, you know, the cat that watches everything go terribly wrong and just cleans its paw, like, oh, this is entertaining.
Neither Mila nor Asker have any weird objects that they're...
Asker turns into a divine angel of wrath.
I was about to say, like, there's something with, like, the wings and all that. That's kind of... What? And it's okay. You don't need to mention to the party that I have a special crystal or anything. None of them saw that.
Nope.
Asker is the artifact.
That's all that the book no longer says anything to you.
Yep, and by golly, well, we know where I'm going with that.
Feed me more. I'm just imagining the plant now that's going, feed me.
Seymour?
Yeah.
Asker, you said you were doing something on this evening? Did you say?
Yeah, I'm summoning my owl back.
Okay. Yeah, no, it doesn't take long. I remember
This time
how...
it's going to be a slightly bigger owl. Going for a full-size barn owl this time.
Nice.
It was a tiny owl before. It is back, but stronger.
Nice. Anything else for you for the evening, Asker?
I'm going to do my new mantra and pray.
Anything specific or just praying?
Just praying. Asking for Plomian's protection.
Okay.
Because, God, we need it.
Mila, anything else from you for the evening?
You know, they're all getting into a lot of trouble. I think our party's capped out on our daily trouble meter.
Nice.
And so, I'm going to be dedicating myself wholly to preparing for whatever tomorrow brings.
Well, Shirku, anything else from you for this evening?
No, that's what I think about. But I do need to review this recording after we're done, because I'm certain I heard cursed.
Hey, Shirku, if nothing ever was said to you, Shirku knows nothing about any curses that may or may not be upon the oven.
I honestly don't remember a curse, and if I did find out and forgot to tell you, my bad.
I feel like it was the last time this was, or no, maybe he himself was cursed. Maybe that's what we're thinking about.
Aberrations have resistance to all damage from this weapon.
Basically, it's just one of the things that this thing should be strong against. It is no longer even remotely close to hurting at all. Is what I, would look at that as. Asker doesn't know that, so I'm just going to say that in the meta universe of things, this weapon clearly has been fucking corrupted to all hell. It has retained some of its holy powers, but they have been diverted. I'm scared of it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Say anything else further on that then?
Shirku doesn't know about that yet, because Cypher may have forgotten about that. There's a lot that I threw at Cypher with his nat 20 of Arcana, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
So you all go have a great night's sleep. Upon the morning, ask her before, as you're waking up, you kind of hear a knock at your door.
Asker will, like, spear in hand, come up to the door.
And like, you kind of have your bed, your cloth of bed sheets around. You see, it's Nadia, and she has what looks like a tray of breakfast. Because there is
Asker,
like a peephole.
Asker will, like, put the spear down, like, wrap bed sheets better, and then, like, open the door and just, like, thank you for bringing me breakfast.
You're welcome. Thank you for giving me a second chance. So glad that I've been able to help. It's been an enlightening experience to see what happened, a different side of the world.
I'm glad that you're able to view the world from a different perspective now, and I hope that maybe someday you'll be able to help someone else do the same.
Being with Evelyn has been very helpful. She's been able to teach me so much. Thank you.
She seems like a wonderful woman.
Yes. You want me to just set this down for you? Or...
Asker will, like, one hand balance it as the other hand is, like,
keeping
holding
everything
up the bed sheets.
And she goes, enjoy.
Like, foot kicks the door.
She closed it for you.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's a good breakfast. I mean, you know, it's not any Tristam level cooking of breakfast, but it's a good breakfast. Bacon, eggs, toast. Good standards.
Asker's just happy to have breakfast in her own room, as that no one can steal any of her food off her plate while she has a disagreement with anyone else.
It's finally caught up with me. Tragic. It's okay, you'll forget in time.
Asker doesn't usually get room service to the room for this to happen, so, like, yeah, this isn't gonna last long.
As Asker takes her first bite of bacon, Zestrava just opens the door. So I've just come to discuss your lineage.
Asker goes,
Whose
oh,
lineage is
okay.
getting discussed?
Asker's, I think.
Asker?
Uh-oh.
So I feel like I've been trying to draw a map or lines all night to, like, plan all of this out and see where the lines are connecting. And I feel like the line is a circle, or at least some sort of really weird Venn diagram.
It does seem that way, as Asker, like, looks over the, like, notes that Zestrava has been working on. Well, I'm the only one without a twin of the siblings.
That's unfortunate. Alright. So
It is kind of lonely.
so your great whatever is Galen?
Gaelic.
Gaelic. And is he related to Ellen? Somehow?
That is an Anthony question that Asker does not know the answer to. I don't remember.
That is an answer a question Asker doesn't know the answer to.
Okay. Maybe?
I mean, give me a history check with a high DC, Asker.
I would love to.
Ooh. Roll
Oh, no.
that history.
Did
Ah!
the princess study?
I did study
Oh,
history quite a
That's
bit,
like a
but
17 or a 19.
I mean, not as far as you know.
I don't know for sure. I will say that I'm the only one who can do the wing thing.
Good to know. And did you know before this about Plomine's husband? As I snag a piece of bacon.
I think I would have. That would probably be within my like general. Asger got a lot of like secret history lessons.
Which part? What was the question? I apologize. I was working on something
Plomine's
else.
husband. I think that she would know about
Jeziro?
Plomine's. Yeah.
Yeah. You would know that they fought. Jeziro was Plomine's husband. They both gave birth to Ellen. When Ellen was born is when Plomine was separated from the world. Sorry, I'm trying to remember everything. It's been a while. So when Plomine was born, or when Ellen was born, Plomine was separated from the world. And then Jeziro was trapped on a island. That island was eventually found by the adventurers. Malthus ended up escaping. Jeziro ended up dying. Jeziro ended up being taken over from Malthus.
Was Malthus?
Malthus the Undying.
So like disembodied he escaped and then like took over to Cyro?
Asker's not too quite sure on that one.
Okay.
Also, Zestrava, you get 3 points of fate for taking the bacon.
I must eat that bacon. Okay, well, that answers a little bit. Sorry to bug you, but as I was plucking on the strings last night, I was just trying to think of all the way things could parallel in a line, but anyways,
I mean, it would make sense, I guess, to some degree. Like, the family's always been pretty close to Plomine. Especially the newer Plomine. That's kind of the reason that we're in war with the other country. They think that we're wrong. They are clearly the ones who are wrong. They're just jealous they didn't have cool adventures to make a god.
and why did they accept Plomine?
Well,
In the
they
first
think
place?
that the old Plomine is the right Plomine, and not Ellen, who moved up into the role of Plomine. But we understand that Ellen is now Plomine, and has brought Plomine back to the world to keep us all safe. So they just disagree with that.
Ah. Interesting. I think I do remember a tavern song about that. So anyways, enjoy your breakfast. I'm gonna go downstairs and play this. So that way, maybe I'll get better. Snags a piece of biscuit and heads out.
Asker's like, I'll get dressed and come join. I'm really curious to hear you play the harp.
No promises.
Any other morning adventures before everyone reconvenes at the main table for breakfast for most of you?
Nila prowls around and pranks if there's not food around to munch.
As soon as you start looking for food, you see the spectral servants start making food for you.
Yes, and yep. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're chasing around the spectral servants. Always a classic.
Cypher actually looks alive for once. He's not
Morning
exhausted.
zombies.
He's at full strength.
Asger comes down, and now there's an even bigger owl sitting on top of her head.
I thought the owl get bigger. Shirku looks at Asker's owl.
The owl turns and just stares at you. And Asger just goes, I felt like I would forget them less if they were bigger, so I made them bigger. They were kind of small earlier, and I would forget that they could help me fight. But now they're bigger, so I'm much less likely to forget them.
Now
I
watch.
see.
Asker has a sticky note on her computer saying, "Don't forget the owl."
I really should just put a fucking sticky note on here to not forget the owl.
Or it could just
Also-
be anytime you forget the owl, Mila decided to have a snack.
I'll be honest, you're not the only one forgetting things. I keep forgetting the orc abilities. Or the half orc abilities.
There's a lot to remember.
Oh my.
Alright, the sticky note has been in place. I will put it somewhere.
I guess I will resist my grabby hands towards some fresh bird for the moment.
I don't think bird would be nourishing.
Oh, but they're so fun.
So, as you all join
Ready to go?
Evelyn around,
We need to find the skeleton. We need to find the revived ones.
what's your plan for finding them?
We heard that they were between here and Ashen Ridge. So if we go between here and Ashen Ridge, we should find them.
It's, I guess, feasible, but there's not too much room in between here and Ashen Ridge. But there's still a large amount of space that you don't know where you're looking for.
Also screams and havoc. Oh, and right, coming here also has the benefit of telling you that if you see one of the revived ones, you should call us over.
You have
And this way we narrow the net on our prey.
you have anything of theirs at all?
Hmm.
I might be able to help lower or pinpoint your search.
Well, I know what they smell like.
We have their full name. We can give you like a general like appearance.
Nothing of theirs though?
I don't think any of us stole anything. That would be grave robbing. Nenzo kind of lost his life for doing that.
We know where the graves are.
Might be a worthwhile shot if you have no idea where you're going. If you go and get a piece of them, I can use it to scry on one of them.
To return to the temple where the first resurrected.
It's only a couple days' journey, and that way we could pay respects to Enzo.
If this makes you happy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could.
I think it
Well,
helps
let's
make
go.
our job easier.
Then let's go.
I actually might have something.
Hmm?
Well, I mean, I took the cult leader's armor. Not saying it was good armor, but you never know.
Unless the armor was originally one of theirs, though, I don't think it would help me with the scrying spell on them.
Yeah, nope, don't think it was.
Sorry. It's a good idea.
I think we've all learned
Oh wait,
a
I
valuable.
have to ask this. Did I ever give Shirku the plate armor yet?
Yes, I think we
Yes,
did.
I do. I have the plate armor equipped.
Good job remembering that, though. So, going to head out there. Good luck on your travels. And I look forward to seeing you guys the next time when you get back.
For another night of good, safe rest.
Yes, and thank you again for assisting us.
My pleasure.
Would you mention to the mayor that the thing might be coming so that the town can be ready if we're not here to protect themselves?
I think an entire city in Discord might not be a good idea.
I didn't say the city, I just said the mayor. We should always put these things up the chain of command. It's very important that leadership knows what's going on so that they can respond accordingly.
I
I think it sounds pretty sound.
like your idea. And if the mayor was of repute, I might even agree to it.
I don't think we ever talked to the mayor last time. Do we not like the mayor?
The mayor, Witherthorn, is run by an elected mayor.
So what I'm hearing is we should elect you as mayor.
No.
Elect it.
But the election is, as most who are in the know at least know, basically a fraud.
Asgard leans in and just like, oh, and when is the next election happening?
I don't know. I don't keep up with it. It's basically, I mean, the mayor isn't necessarily, Artemis Therian isn't necessarily a bad person. He's just very easily manipulated.
This doesn't seem like a good person for leadership.
That's why the Gravenholds are the ones who put him there.
Who are the Gravenholds?
We've heard about them before.
Probably.
Last time we were in town, I think.
They are, basically the head of the crime family that runs the city. And yes, you guys did hear a quick mention of the Gravenholds, and then you were like, nope, off to the boat.
Get a boat.
Asker's like, we're going to take care of some things after we get back with finding this thing. While you do your scrying, I will move my way into a high position of the city council so that I can promote myself as one of the candidates to run for mayor. And as that the other option seems awful at this point, everyone will flock to the new face to become mayor. And then in my stead, I shall leave you as my vice mayor, Ellen, to run things while I am not here. And then we will work on removing the hold that the Gravenholds have of this town.
You know, when you're out of town, though, the lieutenant mayor, doesn't have the ability to make the decisions the way you do.
This is true, but I will successfully give them all authority and permissions while I am out of town. Also, I will be easily reachable via message spells and things, which we all are pretty sure that Ellen is more than capable of, as well as
My name's Evelyn, by the way.
Evelyn, I don't know why.
Ellen
written
is
this
my
down.
sister, who's also the god.
Wait. You have
Yeah. That's why we need to put her into power as the mayor. As the closest person to God, I see no separation of church and state in this person, and thusly they are the perfect person for me to put in charge of things.
I mean, Ellen and I are not actual sisters. I was one of the very few elves who actually took the challenge and became ASMR.
So does she have the will and the strength to do what's needed for the town.
Wait, you're an ASMR?
Are you not with? And you watch as her wings pop out, long, white, glowing. Her eyes glow with a radiant white.
Asger just
do
looks
that
at
every
everyone
day.
else. Goes like, is this what I look like all the time?
Yes.
Not all the time, but yes, when you do that.
More righteous fury for
And
you.
you just watch as she just and releases a breath and comes back to normal.
Wait,
Asger just has this like jaw drop, like, I do that sometimes.
Yeah. Also, isn't the entire plan you just came up with, Asger, is that another ploy, an attempt to take over this continent?
Shirku, I don't appreciate the fact that you're so against me helping people. I can't believe that you would think that my attempts to fix this city from its corrupt government holds would have anything to do with my overall plans of world peace.
You helping people is not the problem.
Clearly, this is not a part of my plan for world peace. This is just me seeing a problem that needs to be fixed. And by employing a church-based government, we are fixing that problem.
That sounds more like a takeover.
I mean, the man sounds like a pushover, so I can't imagine he's very strong. So, like, you and Mila should definitely be on board with the plan of, you know, remove the weak one. Also, the Evanholds, who are currently in charge of the town's secret. Ravenholds?
Graven.
Gravenholds. I don't know why I thought Evanhold. I wrote Gravenhold.
My complaint is that
It's
it delays
early
us
morning.
from our actual mission, Asker.
I mean, this shouldn't take long to take over this town by the sounds of it. But yes, at the moment, we're going to go get the grave things, and I will work on my pattern of conquest for this city.
See, there it is.
I used conquest specifically for you, Shirku. I figured you would like it better if I used the words that you like. I see it as implementing a working government. You see it as conquest.
You're just doing a forced takeover. Not by.
I would be an elected official who would put a selected official from their elected official. At least I don't make them elect an official to elect an official to elect an official. Now that seems like a problem.
Shirku just shakes his head.
Asker? How
Yes?
how long will it take?
I mean, assuming that we catch it at the right time, like a week or two maybe.
A week or two is too long.
And I don't think you'll be that easy considering
You
you're
would
this crime
need to eat
organization.
fish and chase after the invisible things.
I need to do my mission. Asker.
We can leave it for the back burner, but I would like us to have these plans in order for when the election cycle comes up, that we all know what is supposed to have happened here.
Woohoo! Let's leave it for later. We have a mission to do.
Let's finish doing what
It
we've
comes
been
from high
doing,
authority.
and then you can do whatever it is that you've been wanting to attempt.
We'll put a pin in it for now, but we'll come back to this. I'll start working on our strategy for a smear campaign against the Gravenholds.
Another campaign.
But first to the graveyard.
I understand that you all may be a little bit more powerful now, but I would be careful about getting on the wrong side of a crime family.
That's what I've been trying to say.
'Cause
Sure, your family was a crime family. We got on the wrong side of them, and now all of their sides are dead. 2 of them are standing over there.
Wait, what?
The skeleton.
His eyes he just kind of looks annoyed now.
She means the arbor. I borrowed the arbor from your family.
Right. But they were more of a cult than a crime family.
What's the difference?
He just face palms out of that.
The difference is that the captain of the guard is also in their pocket.
I know some people who I could use to replace them.
So you're going to break the laws of Witherthorn.
No. I'm going to move into elected position, and then once in elected position, I will fire the corrupt guard and replace them with honest, good-working men.
So you're gonna attempt to
We are
change.
doing this above the law, as that we will be using the law to our advantage to remove them.
Mila, you look like you wanted to say something.
Oh, yes. And this time, Asker is obviously pretty distracted with things, so Mila is feeling in a rather prankster mood and is going to try and nab something shiny, important looking from Asker's things and play a game of keep away.
Sleight of hand, please.
Yep.
And aside from that, Asker, that cult was the only thing keeping everything from that other island where the undead undying king was from just massing.
So 17. Is there anything like shiny, vaguely important looking among your things, Asker?
You do find you see a shiny platinum as you're looking over. It's a platinum symbol of like there's a flame and it has like it looks like someone praying in the middle of the flame.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
no.
This'll get attention. Mila.
Asker, you don't even notice it. You just see Mila holding the.
Well, Mila
Asker
puts it in her mouth, goes a ways away before she starts making chirping noises until Asker looks.
Asker's like in the middle of a debate with Shirku, and at some point she'll look over at Mila and just this like, Shirku, I don't have time for you. And just like,
Mila
run.
bolts. Mila runs.
No. Mila starts to run. Then.
Uh-oh.
And then.
Oh.
Shirku, meanwhile, for the once in very few times he's done this, it actually laughs.
Which spell are
that
you
works.
casting, Zestrava?
I was trying to send it. Aha. Did that work?
Oh, you're trying to hold person
Mila.
No.
I'm assuming Mila. Since you said-
Yeah.
Are you casting it at 3rd level?
Yes.
Mila takes the
Who
statue
else
from the
are
mouth.
you targeting?
Oh, I only meant to cast it at the regular level. Sorry.
2nd level. Okay.
Yeah.
This freezes
Yeah,
full.
Mila takes the statue out of the mouth and gives you a raspberry before continuing on.
Wait, is my DC increased because I had the higher with the bard spell?
It would
I
be
mean,
a
it doesn't
bard
matter.
spell,
I
but
still
it's
beat
still
it even
at
with the
this.
3rd level cast.
Well, no, it's because she has a +1 to her saving throws. But 17 still succeeds. So she's still.
Oh my
Mad-
gosh darn lizard.
My will is my own, and I will lead the party onto the road.
Don't mind her. Mila's just having some fun.
So Mila Bart takes darts out of the door, out of the mansion, out of the Black Quill. Asker quickly following after her. Zestrava,
me.
Shirku, and Cypher pulling up the rear.
Just walking
Yeah.
along. Shirku's just giving a laugh.
And with that, we are going to end tonight's session.
Excellent.
Antics.
I thank you all
Yay.
very much for joining us today. I hope you've all enjoyed it today. Thank you for all the new followers that we've had over on Twitch. I appreciate you all.
Yeah. It's been Oh yeah, and you've got we got somebody saying Asker's just tossing around all the bad ideas.
Their idea.
Great ideas. This is what lawful good looks like.
Yeah.
Thank you all, and have a marvelous rest of your Tuesday. And is it Tuesday yet?
Yes, unfortunately.
One of them.
Thank you, Crit Dry, and everyone else who joined us. I'm glad that you keep on tuning in. It's always a pleasure to have you all.
Yep. Thank you for coming.
Thank
Hope
you.
you enjoyed